Okay, guys, we're recording. So tonight, I just wanted to give everybody a chance to, kind of just give you guys some simple steps to making some money this Christmas. And you guys will have to excuse me, I'm a little nasally for some reason. It just hit me yesterday for some reason. So if you hear me being a little nasally, that's why. But I wanted to give you guys some just really quick, practical tips on how you can go silver, which is the first rank in our company. And right now, silver kind of comes with some really great benefits. It comes with some extra bonuses, and it comes with some extra cash for Christmas. And so you guys have probably seen me drop that on some of the pages about all the potential in earning right now. But I wanted to just kind of give you guys like 5 simple steps, because I am a list person. And so I love lists, and so I love breaking it down this way. But just 5 simple steps on how you can make that money. Now, some of you, this may be stuff you've already heard. If not, this will be great. But some of it you may have already heard, but I kind of want to dive in a little bit deeper into some of these things. So let's start with number 1. And I know Christy has already heard this. I don't know about Amanda, but I know Christy has already heard this. That you have to make a good list. And when I say a list, like list of people that you know. And don't freak out like about this list. Be like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to message people. I'm not going to bug people. It's not what I'm asking you to do yet. But I want you to make a really good list. I want you to sit down, and this should not be something that takes you 3 hours. You can make a list between 50 and 100 people. I like to shoot for 100, and you think that's a lot of people, but honestly, you can sit down and make a list of 100 people like that. I know that I can sit down and make my Christmas list for my Christmas cards, if you guys know what I mean, in no time, because I can just spit out all the people I know. I think about my husband's side of the family. I think about my side of the family. I think about friends from high school, friends from college. I'm trying to think, neighbors, church friends, people that you know through your kids, people that you know through your spouse. What else? People in the service industry. So like the girl that does my eyelashes and my eyebrows, like I'm going to send her a Christmas card because I see her all the time and she's my friend now. You know, my hairdresser, he's my friend. So I want to send him a Christmas card. That same thing. It's that same mentality. You want to sit down and you want to write down everybody that you know. So if you would send a Christmas card to them, or if you would run into them in the store and be like, hey girl, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? I want you to write their name down. Even your Facebook friends that you don't talk to, but that you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I think she would really like these products, or I think they would really love this business. Sorry, guys. Somebody's trying to call my phone right now. Don't know who that was. And it comes through my computer sometimes. Sorry. But I want you to sit down and I want you to make a good list of people that you know. So really strive for 100 people. That should be your minimum thing right there. Okay. So that is number 1. And once you've got this list and you've got this good solid list and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, what do I do now? Number 2 is set aside some time to reach out to these people. Okay. You're not going to bug them. You're not going to try to necessarily sell them anything. That's not what you're doing. You're simply going to inform them of what you're doing. That's all you're going to do. Now, I will tell you a little example of this. I got an email about a month and a half ago from a friend who was a friend from college, and she is now doing a network marketing company, kind of like what I'm doing. And she just messaged. She had kind of a blanket message, but it was kind of the same message. But at the beginning, she just started it differently. She was like, hey, girl, I haven't seen you in forever. How are your kids? I'm emailing you because I want to let you know what I'm doing now. Now, she's not doing anything like what I'm doing. It's kind of a different product. It's not supplements, but she wanted to let me know what she was doing. And in this email, she basically invited me to an online launch. And she just said, we've got some great products and this is what we have. And I would love to just tell you more about it, but I'm sending this email just to let you know what I'm doing. And so in there, she had a little bit of her story about why she loved what she was doing now. And so I loved that. I think that is fabulous. I think it's so great that we can just kind of give people an idea of what we're doing. I love that Plexus has changed so much because, when I signed up for Plexus, basically what we were doing in the beginning is we were just, blowing up people's news feeds with our Facebook testimonies and posts and everything Plexus on our Facebook, right? Well, we're not really doing that now, right? We are kind of, using our page, our health and happiness page to put our potentials on and our customers on. And we're trying to get more face-to-face with people, and we're trying to just kind of let them know what we're doing. And so that's what I want you to do. I want you to reach out to these people, and I've got a format that I have been actually working on the last couple of days that Christy, I promised I was going to get to you yesterday, and I did not. But I'm working on this format. But guys, you can do this. You just are saying hey to them, and you're saying, I've joined this company called Plexus, and this is why. Here is my story. And it doesn't have to be a big story. It can be, I was super tired and I just wanted to take a nap all the time, and I needed to do something about that. I just didn't feel like myself. And I was reading up on gut health, and I started taking these products, and I really, really love them. And I literally just joined for the wholesale price. And now I really kind of want to help other people feel as great as I feel now. Y'all, you don't have to have this huge story. I know Christy has got the story about her daughter, that her daughter was, really had constipation issues, and they had tried other probiotics and nothing worked. And then they tried Probio 5 and BioCleanse, and it was like a miracle. And now she feels so much better and is going to the bathroom every day. And that is huge, guys. You don't realize how many kids struggle with that. And so I want you to tell a little bit about your personal story in there, but just invite them to kind of just check it out. You're not saying, I want you to buy something from me. You're not saying, when are you going to sign up? You're not doing anything like that. You're introducing your friends and your family to what you are doing. That is all you're doing. So I want you to set aside some time every single day. And guys, this should not take long. If you write out something, and don't overthink it, like if you write out something and you don't love it, send it to your upline, send it to me and say, hey, is this what you're talking about? Like, do you think this will work? And let me help you tweak it. Hopefully when I post this tomorrow, this video, the recording of this video, I will have that sample message to drop up underneath for you. But this is just a great way for you just to introduce people to this. But set aside time every day to message like 10 people. And you can message them on Facebook. You can send them an email, whichever way you think is going to reach them the best. Guys, it may be your aunt that lives in Atlanta, and you just want to shoot her a quick text and say, hey, this is what I'm doing now. This is my story. And that may be the best way that she responds. Whatever way it is that your person responds, that's how I want you to reach out to them. It doesn't need to be a book that you write that they have to read and read and read and read and read and read and read, and they're bored by the time they get halfway through it. It really just needs to be a shortened version of, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is a little short version of my story. I would love for you to look this over and let me know what you think. It might be something that might interest you. These products might interest you. Now, at the bottom, I'm going to include a short video about Plexus. And so they can just click on that link and see a little bit more about Plexus. And then sometimes if they say, hey, yeah, what all does it help with? I don't understand. You can send them a graphic that says, hey, this is the many things that Plexus can actually help with. Do you or someone struggle with any of these things? Because I really want to help them. And so that's all you're doing. You're just informing, but you've got to set aside some time to do that every single day. Guys, this should take maybe 20 minutes to send a few quick messages. And it's the same thing. You're just tweaking the top just a little bit to fit that person. Should not take long at all. All right, number 3, we're moving on because I do want to stay within my 30-minute time span. Number 3 is consider, I'm not telling you you have to do this, but consider making one post on social media. Now, I'm not telling you to post anything salesy. I'm not telling you to post a dumb graphic. You guys have all seen the terrible, horrible posts that people make. You've seen these, and you just roll your eyes and you scroll on past it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something super personal. Even if you don't love to post personal things on Facebook, consider this. Just a picture of you and your family, or, I know Christy's already done this, but it might be time for you to do another one. Just something that catches people's attention. Like they're going to look at this picture and go, she wrote a long text about this. Like, what's going on? Now, if I was going to make a first post, I would post a picture of me and my son, and I would say something about gut health and how much better I feel as a mom and as a wife, and how much better my son feels now that he's, off his medication and we've gotten his gut kind of in check and he's feeling so much better without all of that. And, how amazing these products have been for us. Now, I'm never going to mention Plexus ever, because I am going to kind of stir up some curiosity with my audience, and they're going to be going, well, what is she doing? Like, she's gotten her gut healthy and her son's off his medicine and they're working on gut health. What is she doing? And so they're going to either start watching me closer, or they're going to message me and ask me what I'm doing. So I'm going to create that curiosity. I'm not going to make that, that Plexus post, or, I'm not going to make that, you guys know what I mean, that cheesy post that, oh, I'm doing Plexus now, everybody come join me. That's not what we're doing. We're just throwing it out there to create curiosity and get people to watch our feed a little bit more. So I want you to prayerfully consider, if you haven't already made a post, making a post for the first time, or if you have already made a post, think about throwing something else out there. Like, I know Christy got so much interest from that first post, and she hadn't made one since. So it might be time to make another one and kind of draw up some more interest in what she has to offer. Because guys, I don't think I have to remind you of this, but what we have is so, so, so incredible, and it's life-changing, and these products are amazing, and they are changing people's lives. And so what we have is kind of selfish to keep it to ourselves. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4 is following up with the people that are interested. So when you're sending those messages and you make a post, you're going to have people that are coming to you or commenting or replying back to your messages that you're sending that are very interested in what you have to offer. And we can't just sit on that and go, okay, we got all these people, now what do we do with them? So we're going to follow up with those people. We're going to respond back or message them and say, hey, I saw you commented on my post. I would really love to tell you more about this. What are you interested in? What are some health issues that you're having? And then, maybe they replied back to your post and said, yeah, sure. All right. Send me some more information. Awesome. I would love to help you. Tell me a little bit about your health issues, or tell me a little bit about why this interests you. Ask questions. That is one of the best follow-up methods that I've ever found, is to ask them questions, because you can't say, hey, I love Triplex and that's what I recommend for everybody. That may not be what they need. They may have great gut health. I doubt it, but not it. Most people don't have great gut health, but they may just want to lose 5 pounds before their wedding, or they may want to, maybe they just want a little bit of extra energy or focus, and maybe Edge would be good for them. But you will never know that unless you ask them questions. So that's a great way to kind of follow up and interact with the people that are messaging you back or either commenting on your post. Another way to follow up, or a tip on follow up, is to set yourself some reminders. So if I follow up with Amanda today, I'm going to set myself a reminder to follow up with Amanda again in a week, or in a week and a half, or 2 weeks, and I'm going to put it on my phone to follow up with her. Now, why am I going to do that? Because it takes between 8 and 12 contacts with someone to get them to purchase or to seal the deal, or whatever you want to call it. 8 to 12. And I have found that to be extremely true. I have followed up every single person that's on my team. I have followed up with them at least 5 times before they joined me, except for one person. I can remember one person that joined me on the spot, but that never, ever, ever happens, ever. So I mean, most of my great team members I have been following up with for a long time to get them to join my team or to get them to purchase the product. I had to constantly, because people get busy. They have busy lives. They get busy. They forget. Guys, I can tell you so many times where I have bought something from one of my friends, and they had to follow up with me and say, hey, did you finish that transaction, or did you ever get that order? And I go, oh gosh, no, I totally forgot. Let me go do that right now. And then I forget again. And then they follow up with me again. Oh my gosh, yes, let me go do that right now. And I finally get around to actually doing it. It's not that they don't want to order. Sometimes they just forgot. And I know that has been the case with me. So I try to give other people that courtesy. Now, I don't message them and say, have you ordered yet? I message them and I say, hey, I haven't forgotten about you. Were you able to get that order to go through? If not, I can help you with that. I am just so excited about you getting your products because I know that you said that you had migraines and you really wanted relief, and I cannot wait to see what these products do for you. So you were telling him you haven't forgotten about them, not have you forgotten about me, but I haven't forgotten about you. And, you're reminding them about why they wanted to start these products in the first place. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right. I really did want to try that for my migraines. And, I really had a bad one yesterday. This would be a great time for me to start. So you're just kind of refreshing their memory about why they wanted to start, and you're just giving them a gentle little reminder to go do that. And then offering to sign them up for them. Say, hey, if you don't have time to do it, I totally do not mind doing this for you. Get all their information and you do it for them. You sign them up. I find that works really well because a lot of people like me, I just don't have time to do it, or I just forget. And I'm like, hey, if I just give them my information, they can just do it for me. Some of you know that my daughter wears a particular brand of clothing called Matilda Jane, and I love it. And she also wears another line called Wildflowers. Well, I love that I can send my information to my consultants or whatever they're called that sell that, and I can just say, hey, can you just order that for me? And because I'll be driving and I don't have time to sit down, pull my card out, and do all that. Well, they have my information. I just say, hey, can you just order that for me? Boom, done. I love the convenience of that. And so I like to offer that to anybody that is signing up with me as a customer or as an ambassador. Hey, I would love to help you through this process. Let me talk you through it over the phone, or let me do it for you. I don't mind at all. So people really like that, and that's a really great way to follow up. Okay, number 5 and the last one, and then we'll open it up for plenty of questions. Number 5 is be consistent and be patient. Guys, like I just said, people are not going to sign up the very first time you contact them. That hardly ever happens. I've been doing this business for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in March. And like I said, I've had one, and I have hundreds. I have probably 200 level ones that have signed up with me. And I've had one person sign up on the first contact. One. Most people, it was 10 to 12 contacts at least, following up with them, sometimes more than that. Just, hey, let's do this. Hey, remember you wanted to make some extra money for your family, or hey, remember you wanted to start these products because of this. So I had to be patient with these people and realize that it was God's timing more than it was mine. And sometimes they just weren't, it wasn't the right time for them. And so later on it was, and they ended up joining me, but I had to be patient, but I also had to be consistent with following up, consistent with messaging new people, consistent with even changing my list up. So I've probably had, 50 lists since I started. My first list looks totally different than my list now, because people have joined me and have become customers and have rotated on and off. And so I keep changing my list up. But going silver, guys, is so easy. And you can find those people. I promise you, if you make 100 people, those going silver, those 3 people that you need to go silver are on that list. And you being consistent is going to be huge. I want to throw another little nugget in there, and this is not in the 5, so it's kind of stressing me out because I'm a little OCD about that. But I do want to encourage you to get face-to-face with people. Don't hide behind your computer. And probably either one of you or whoever's watching this is probably not going to post a ton, and that's okay. You don't have to post a ton to work this business on social media. But getting face-to-face with people is crucial, whether it's in your workplace or whether it's like if you're going to pick up your kids from school and you're getting face-to-face with these other moms or dads, or if you are just calling up a friend and you're like, hey, I want to talk to you about this thing that I've got going on that I'm doing now. Can we meet for coffee? Because when you get face-to-face with someone, they see your passion, they can feel that this has changed your life, and they can ask you questions without having to hide behind a computer. I just feel like face-to-face interaction is always best. When I contact somebody about this, whether it's about the business or about the products, I always say, I'd love to talk to you about this. Can we get on a Zoom call? Or can we get on a FaceTime? Or can we get on the phone? Or do you want to meet for coffee? If they're not local, obviously I'm going to be like, hey, let's get on the phone. Because to me, getting on the phone is almost as good as being face-to-face. But if you hide behind Messenger, it's just not as personal. So I know some of you don't have a lot of time to meet face-to-face with people, but you do have time to get in a quick phone call and explain to them what these products are, why they're different, why this business opportunity is different, and what it can do for them. And so I want to touch on really quickly before we go and before I open it up for questions, what Silver is. And it is 3 ambassadors. So you're signing up 3 ambassadors. And guys, it doesn't have to be people that want to work the business. This can simply be 3 wholesale customers. So they're basically getting the same discount that you're getting, but they never have to sell anything. So I find that getting to Silver is so easy because it's just 3 people. I mean, your mom, your sister, your aunt. I mean, anybody that is like, you're like, hey, I want you to come do this with me. You don't have to work the business, but I really want you to try these products and I want you to get the cheaper price. So this is a super easy rank to get to if you do those 5 steps. If you have a list, if you're messaging people, and I don't mean bugging people, you're just telling them, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I love these products. This is why I think they're great. If you are, considering at least throwing it out there on social media, because guys, social media is our free bulletin board. It's like having a bulletin board in the middle of town that's completely free and you can put anything on it. So why not get it out there to the maximum number of people? Because guys, I'm telling you, people have joined my team that I have not talked to in years because they have seen a Facebook post. I mean, messaging me, hey, I know we haven't talked in a long time, but I'm really having gut health issues and we don't know what's going on and I really need something to balance out my gut. Yes, let me help you. I would love to help you. People that I would never have imagined would have joined my team have just seen a post and been like, I've been watching you for a while and I really want to know more about this. And then if you're following up and really being consistent with that and being patient. So that is my 5 tips. I know that was super quick and I finished 5 minutes early. That has never happened. So I want to open it up super quickly to YouTube for some questions if you have any questions. And it can be anything. It can be about products, about the business, anything you have. Just feel free to unmute yourself if you would like.